and girls, this is Mrs. Steiner, and we're going to learn Saxon Lesson 119 today. What we've been doing in school is that we were measuring line segments by inches. Now today, we're going to measure line segments by centimeters. If you have a ruler at home, I'd like you to take it out, please. I want you to look at it closely. I want you to look at one edge, and I want you to look at the other edge. What do you notice that's different between either edge of the ruler or either side of the ruler? You're right. You're absolutely right. The numbers on this side of the ruler are far apart. The numbers on this side of the ruler are closer together. This side of the ruler is what we learned before we left school, measuring line segments by inches. These are the inches. The spaces between one number and the other number is a lot bigger than the space between the numbers on the centimeter side. Okay, let's do some measuring, excuse me, with cubes. Here is a full train of cubes. We're going to take one off and we're going to measure it. Now when you put your cube on the ruler with the small numbers, the centimeter side, you have to make sure that the cube lines up right with the line. It says cm, that means we're on the correct side, centimeters. That's usually the 0 there, because 0 comes before 1. So 1 cube measures 2 centimeters. Let's take another cube off our train. And then stick it together and measure it. Make sure the train goes all the way to the end, not this end of the ruler. Make sure it lines up with the line, 0 or cm. And then 2 cubes measures 4 centimeters. Let's do 3 cubes. Lining it up again. Line it up with the first line. 3 cubes equals, what'd you say? That's right. 3 cubes equals 6 centimeters. Let's do 4. Some of you don't have cubes at home, and that's okay. But if you're looking at this, 1 cube equals 2 centimeters, 2 cubes equals 4 centimeters, 3 cubes equals 6 centimeters. Can you guess what 4 cubes is going to measure? I know some of you are telling me out loud and you're yelling it. I hear you. 4 cubes is measuring, you're right, 8 centimeters. Are we right? You are right. Good job. 4 equals 8 centimeters. Let's do 5. One cube equals 2 centimeters, 2 cubes equals 4 centimeters, 3 cubes equals 6 centimeters, 4 cubes equals 8 centimeters, 5 cubes equals You're right, it equals 10 centimeters. Now, let's measure the whole train. What do you notice about these numbers? All right. I think you've seen a pattern here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But now we're going to do 10. 10 cubes. Can you figure out what 10 cubes is going to be? If you guessed 20, you are absolutely right. So you notice the pattern. If the 1 cube equals 2 centimeters, then 2 cubes is going to equal 4 centimeters. 3 cubes is going to measure 6 centimeters. Okay, let's do some measuring line segments. You can get your worksheet out of your book if you'd like and join me, or you could do it later if you want. Lesson worksheet 119. We have some line segments here that we can do some measuring. If you have your ruler, we're going to take it out, and I will do 2 of them with you, and then you can do the rest on your own if you'd like. All right, let's measure this line segment for number 1. Make sure you line up the dot with cm, centimeters. And looks like the first line segment is 13 centimeters long. Let's write 13. Let's do number 2. I'll let you do it, and then I'll check it with you. All right, number 2. Line up that line right there with this dot. Slide up your ruler. Problem number 2 is 7 centimeters. Let's go down to number 5. Line it up. First line, next stops here. So number 5 is 3 centimeters. I'd like you to do the rest on your own if you'd like. But before we leave, let's make a little space over here on your paper. Let's draw a line segment. Let's make a dot here at the first line, 0. And let's make a dot here at the 5. And now let's draw a nice and straight line using your ruler. There you go. Nice job. All right, if you'd like to do your worksheets for lesson 119 in your Saxon workbook, you may do that if you'd like. All right, thank you for joining me for Saxon lesson 119. Bye, boys and girls.